and this is my Smart American Accent training. On Sundays, we have our members only classes where I take your requests throughout the week, those of you who are channel members, and I can cover your words, take your questions live. Channel membership offers a number of different perks, including some playlists and series videos just for channel members, access to some of our online materials at certain membership levels, and then, of course, a quick turnaround on your requests. So thank you so much for being channel members. Those of you who are here are watching who aren't channel members, you can learn more about joining by clicking the join button after you've subscribed to the channel, and you can see some of the membership perks. So in today's membership class, I want to cover the vowels of English and give you an overview that we look at in a number of different contexts. I want to use these words as examples for our different vowel sounds. So as we're looking at bead, bid, bed, bade, bad, buddy, bood, bode, bird, book, body, and body, we're going to get an overview of a lot of the vowel sounds, and I will show you here what those vowels look like. So this is a shape representing the place in the mouth that we make the sounds. So as I'm saying e, I, a, my mouth is opening more. The front of my tongue is lowering, the back of my tongue can stay high. And so we'll be looking at, for example, when I say bead versus bid, bead and bid, my tongue is a little lower and it relaxes a little as I say that I sound. So we'll come back to looking at this and understanding these symbols and shapes. You can also check out our Vowels of English playlist for some overview videos talking about the vowels, but let's go into our words. And what I suggest is when you're trying to do similar words like this, it can be helpful to have some anchor points. So for example, when I'm saying bead, I have the E vowel, which I typically spell with EE or EA like in EE like in need or EA like in bead. And I can think about a word like green, for example, or see the bead, keeping my E sound consistent. Then when I move to bid, I can think about it's the bid or this bid. I have my I vowel, where my tongue is a little bit lower. So starting with bead, bid, I'm lowering down. Then I get a little even more open and I have my vowel like in bed. So you might think about get, the bed, or I like using colors, red, bed. Now we have bead, bid, bed. You should feel the mouth opening a little more, the front of the tongue dropping as we say those vowels. Then our next vowel is a tense vowel, and it's a diphthong, the A vowel, like in bade. You can think about the word gray, for example. We usually spell A with AI or AY, so gray and bade. Bade's not a very common word, but it helps to keep the first and last sounds the same when you're moving through these, like bead, bid, bed, bade. You should feel a little more open. A is also, you see there's two symbols here. That's because when I'm saying A in English, I'm moving from one position of the tongue to another. So I start slightly more open, A, and as I finish the sound, my mouth closes and the tongue relaxes a little bit. So it is spelled with, as I mentioned, AY or AI often, or like in bade or date, an A with an E at the end. That's my A diphthong. So some vowels are static, bead, bid, bed, no movement. Bade in English has movement. And why this matters is often when non-native speakers are trying to say the A vowel, they might just say A without any gliding, without the diphthong. And then American listeners might hear it as an or we don't have that vowel by itself in English. In a lot of other languages, you just have A. In English, we have A, which glides. Yes, okay. Moving on for our next word, we have bad. This is the last front vowel. It's the A vowel, like in that, cat, black. Having that A, we have the most open. The back of the tongue still stays lifted and the front of the tongue is down. Let's just do the front lax vowels. We have bid, bed, bad. If you follow along and say them, you should feel the tongue dropping, the mouth opening slightly as you go. Bid, bed, bad. You might find it hard to make those contrasts. Oftentimes people find words like men and man difficult, but if I'm saying get and that, I might be able to feel that those are quite different. Get that, or red, black. So that can help you to pair. I can say get the bed or the red bed, that's bad, etc. So you can match those vowels to help you. When we move to the center of the mouth, the relaxed schwa sound, the sound, is what we have in buddy. I will contrast buddy and body. So I have a lot of videos talking about vowel schwa, like in buddy, and vowel like in body, because a lot of people have a difficulty with this pair of words. And I do have a video just about buddy and body. Buddy, I'm open and central, very relaxed. Body, my tongue is down, my mouth is more open, and there's more opening in the mouth to say that sound. Again, using other words can help between buddy and body. For example, somebody, or the buddy, and not a body, or got the body, opening it for that sound, etc. All right, so we have bead, bid, bed, bade, bad, buddy, body. Moving to the back vowels, body is a back vowel in the open, but we're going to go with our rounded vowels now. So we have the oo vowel, like in Bode, the most rounded, tongue is high. We have the rounded o vowel. O again is a gliding vowel. So if I'm trying to say bode or boat or goat, I want to use that O gliding and close again, like I did with O. Bird, I include the as a vowel when the R is in the middle or the ends of words, because I can hold it. It functions like a vowel in these words, and so it's in a similar position to bud and bird. Again, I have a lot of videos comparing and contrasting the and the sounds. So trying buddy, birdie. Again, thinking about a word like earth or fur. Even just saying and burr together can really help you with that sound between bud, relaxed, and bird, tight and tense. We also, in the rounded category, have our vowel, like in book. And a lot of times people have a difficulty between like a word like Luke, the name, Luke, and look, the vowel. Again, thinking about a word like good book, or I also like using should, because it has that rounding. We often spell the vowel with letter U, occasionally with OO, also with OU like in could or should. Then the oo we often spell with letter U or the oo like bood. So bood and book. Lastly, another contrast that's difficult for people is the like in body and the like in body. The big difference here is that body is rounded and the body is unrounded. This is a sound that is merged in some dialects of American English, and you can get more help for that in our Sounds of English course and also in our videos about the cot merger. So this is a very quick overview, and don't be frustrated if you have difficulty hearing some of the differences between some of these vowels, but thinking about learning the symbols for the vowel sounds, learning ways that they're typically spelled, and being able to hear some of these contrasts using other words and anchor words can really help. And using that placement, that feeling of, for example, if I have bood, book, body, boat, bode, and bod, that I can feel that opening as I go along. I can feel that difference between bud and bird, between lax and tense. So these are all tools which sometimes can seem a little overwhelming initially, but typically can really help when you're struggling between the difference between small differences in words. Of course, you've seen in our other member videos and our channel videos a lot of help for contrasting words, a lot of help for the vowel sounds in words. But I hope this overview encourages you to check out our Sounds of English course and to look into which vowel sounds are different for you, what vowel sounds are in your native language that aren't in English, and vice versa. Your accent is really affected by how you hear sounds, and if you notice that you have difficulty hearing the difference between bead and bid or bed and bad, really focusing on which words have the sounds, listening to native speakers, and developing a strong feeling for the placement of the vowel sounds can truly help you hear English differently and pronounce it more easily, more fluently, and more correctly. So thanks so much again to those of you who are channel members. We will have our channel members class each week. I've been waiting for your requests, so do feel free to leave comments on this video or any of my videos with more ideas, concepts, words you'd like me to cover for you as channel members. I mentioned earlier, if you haven't yet joined, subscribe to the channel or joined as a channel member, you might want to consider doing that to get some of these extra perks and extra videos. And thank you so much for those of you who are watching the videos, commenting, liking, subscribing, and of course, a special shout out to our channel members. I look forward to seeing you again in our next members class and taking your requests. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have questions. You can leave those in the comments. I'll check them out after class. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.